Wait, you don't think?
You mean with
you don't
no?
think that a biological male has an advantage every time competing against a biological female? Is that your testimony?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have a heated discussion from the Senate Judiciary Committee. Senator John Kennedy put NCAA President Charlie Baker in the hot seat on fairness in women's sports. If you care about college athletics, this is a conversation you don't want to miss. Let's dive in.
A transgender woman is a biological male. Is that correct?
Yes.
And a biological male is always going to have a physical and a physiological advantage competing in a collegiate sport against a biological female. Isn't that true?
There's not a lot of research on it, but it's certainly debatable.
Senator Kennedy starts by asking if the NCAA exists to promote fairness. Baker confirms, but things get interesting. Kennedy asks if a transgender woman is a biological male. Baker hesitates, but agrees. The bombshell: does a biological male have an advantage in sports over a biological female? Baker claims there isn't enough research. Kennedy presses harder. Baker finally concedes, yes, they do.
Why do you support allowing transgender women who are biological males to compete against non-transgender biological females?
Over the course of the past 2 years, 5 federal court cases involving this question. Let me finish. 5 federal judges have all sided with participation as the standard.
Kennedy asks why the NCAA allows transgender women to compete against biological females. Baker points to federal court rulings. Kennedy isn't buying it.
That's what you're there for. Why don't you stand up and say in front of God and country, federal law is wrong, and the NCAA believes in fair competition. We also believe in equality. If you want to, in America, you can be whatever you want to be. You can be whomever you want to be. But our job is to promote fairness in sports.
Why don't you demonstrate leadership, he challenges. The NCAA has the power to set standards. Yet, Baker falls back on legal precedents. Kennedy calls out the NCAA for standing by while problems in college sports pile up. He points out the NCAA is raking in millions, money made off the backs of college athletes. Your predecessor made $2.8 million a year, he says. The implication is clear. The NCAA is a cash machine, not fixing real issues. This is where I want to hear from you. Do you think the NCAA is doing enough? Should they take a firm stance on fairness in women's sports? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Transgender women who are biological males are not going to be allowed to compete against non-transgender women who are biological female. Boom, done. Why don't you take that position, Charlie?
Because federal courts have already taken the position that they do have the right to compete.
Yeah,
5 times in the past year and a half.
You can disagree and be sued. Why don't you demonstrate some leadership?
I would love to work with you folks on creating clarity around this question.
I'm sorry, but
Kennedy delivers his final blow. If the NCAA believes in fairness, why won't they take a stand? Why not say outright that biological males should not compete against biological females? Baker's answer: the NCAA follows federal law. Kennedy isn't having it. Go online, buy a spine, and take a stand, he says. It's a mic drop moment, and it leaves Baker with little to say. Wow, what a showdown. Senator Kennedy was relentless, and Baker struggled to provide a solid defense. This debate is far from over, and it's one we'll keep following closely. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so you never miss a deep dive like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.